Because you're wandering days from the other. So you're all too smug in your attitude that you can mock me. But I'll remind you, you're just choosing the darkness, you're on the losing side. There's no safety in numbers. There's no safety in numbers, and boy, are you insecure. Keep looking at him for buttering you up. Really? No, well, prove it. Prove it. Deal with me directly and not with him.
No.
You all stink of insecurity.
There is a food try getting to go.
All right, dummies. You choose who you listen to. If you want to listen to him, carry on.
But he's not speaking, you're speaking.
No, he's standing there and I will not speak when he's there.
You can't listen to somebody who's not
Oh,
speaking.
shut up! You're like an old woman.
I'm comparing me to...
Hot kettle black.
I am an old woman. I can behave that way. You're supposed to be a young man. I don't think so. Most men are these days more like women. Should be wearing skirts.
What about the ones in the gym?
That's like a piece of meat again. The battle never ceases. And every individual now is friend or foe. Do you know, in the old days in England, it used to be before the police force, there was the night watchman.
Closer with the camera.
The night watchman, every time he came across someone he didn't know who lived there, he would say, halt, who goes there, friend or foe? Start getting it back. Are you spending time with your friends or your enemies? How much do you know? How much do you care?
Against her.
Or are you so glad of the company that you don't really care? You create your own vulnerabilities, and you can't hide by them indefinitely. There's no safety in them. It's a sign of insecurity.
Ask the question, go on.
What's your message to the world? You're all standing there listening, all acting as if you're dummies, and yet get away, and it's a cacophony of people who won't keep their mouths shut because they're on the phone, they're jabbering amongst themselves with so much to say. Why can't you say it here? Why is it when you're confronted with real subjects, you're actually struck dumb, or you have to resort to mocking and scoffing? I'm holding the spotlight up to you, and I'm challenging you to be humble enough to see it.
That's better. That's better. I like the sound and the quality of your voice now.
And you're not my judge, and you remember that.
Maybe. You're not mine
I don't
either.
mind your opinion.
You're not mine or anybody else's either.
I beg to differ.
Oh, so who voted you as to be judge?
The light.
Oh, who voted?
The
Oh, the
light.
light. Le
What
luce,
about-
de luce.
The light is the creator.
Oh, la 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 la.
Light
Donde es la luce? Ah, no sé, no sé, no sé. Luce interiore, luce exteriore. No sé.
This is the Londoner. This is the real London. Just another foreigner who's joined to come and live in the cesspit called London.
No, don't try. I live here. I'm from here. You're not from here.
Correction, you don't live here.
You're from
you
up-
exist here.
You're from up north.
Yeah, that's right.
Every inch of England is my birthright.
You're a northern
You're
bitch
northerner.
who needs a good seeing to, basically. Who
Every
didn't
inch
get
of
it when she was
England is
younger
my birthright.
because she was an ugly cunt. Nobody
Every
wanted.
inch of
Nobody
England is
wanted to
my
give her a seeing to. Nobody really loved her for herself, so she chose her
Oh,
homosexual
stand the same
Jesus
old
God
stupid
because
story.
Jesus won't be.
I take responsibility.
Because Jesus doesn't have a penis, does he? Jesus doesn't fart.
Parents or anybody else. That's for those who are cowards. Take responsibility for your own thoughts, words, and deeds, and you might actually start being strong.
Well, then maybe stop judging other people. That's taking responsibility for your own thoughts.
Morality is about making judgment. Morality is about recognizing you
What's
believe in
wrong?
goodness and truth,
Talk to her, go and
and
answer
you
the question.
stand against
Can you
everything that
Doing the
goes
good
against
thing,
you.
not just bullshit.
That is why everything is going downhill, because you make mental choices, but you don't make physical ones.
So what good choices do you make? Come on, give us examples.
give me example, go
Lead
on.
us by your own
Don't
example.
you tell me what you require of me. I owe you nothing. Whatever you're paying for, it's got nothing to do with me. And I remind you again, you're a foreigner here, mind your foreign manners.
That's racialist.
Racist.
She ain't even
Race
from
is
here.
not going anywhere.
She's from like
Look in the
Northland,
mirror.
isn't it?
That's
She's like,
what you are.
From Germany.
she's
And
Germany.
you're allowed to posturing and pretending and stifling everybody else is going to take your race
Hitler.
away.
Well, the mirror is
It's going
gonna.
to add to your
Stifling.
judgment.
The mirror is not gonna
Hitler.
tell you if you're a good man or not. You know, the mirror is gonna say how you look like, but it's not. It's never gonna tell you that you're a cunt or you're a good man. You know.
Look at the mouth.
That's
Look at the mouth.
That's the difference. I think you're losing the plot. You don't have the
You have
plot.
never had the plot. Listen to the filth that comes out of your mouth.
Poo poo wee wee.
And you know what?
Poo, poo, wee, wee,
I'm not
poo, poo,
surprised.
poo, poo.
That's the sad thing. I'm not
Is
surprised.
that because I'm a foreigner?
That's
No.
racist. That's
No.
Racist,
racist.
racist.
Racist
I'm sure
scumbag.
plenty
What made
of
everybody-
Stick her on a bonfire, burn her now.
Bonfire.
But you are disgrace to them.
She's a witch.
because
She's from the
of what
north.
comes
She's a
out of your
faggot.
mouth.
Northern
And your arrogance.
I'm not saying I'm
And your
not,
arrogance.
not arrogant. In what way? In what way? Explain
Go on, you
yourself.
talk the question.
If you were not arrogant,
You keep on giving
you'd be
labels
listening
to
to what
different things, but you don't
I
See,
say.
essentially, she's the one that's arrogant. She's using you as a mirror.
Yeah, mirror.
Because essentially, she
No,
has
confident.
nothing to say except that she judges other people because she's moral. Okay, so when you
I've never
use.
used the word moral. That's your word.
You used
You're
it
the
5
one who's
minutes ago.
confined in a cell. All the same buzzwords coming out.
Virtuous, that's an English word. Use it.
Were you brought up Catholic? I bet you were. Hearing that language coming out of your mouth.
Cunt, piss, shit, wank.
No, no, no. The foreign language.
Ah oui, 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 oui. Alors, je parle français, ça va? Ça va, si je parle français, je suis pas.
madame,
Je suis
oh
le
là là.
diable si je parle français. Oh là là, je suis.
Well, you're a global wanderer who's got a few languages up the street.
Well, that's a good
That's
thing.
what mongrels do.
That's called being
Mongrels.
Oh,
educated.
let's wander into there. I've never learned the language.
That's called being
But
educated.
your race has a language.
What language
And that's
do you
the only race under God that you're required to know.
So you know God, do you?
Why don't you? You've
No,
got
no,
His
no.
spark
Answer my
inside you.
question. You know
I
God.
have answered
You
it.
speak. No, you haven't answered it. You answered with a
I
question.
haven't answered it the way you wanted
You
to.
know
but that's the way
God.
it works.
Do you know God, woman? No, you don't. You do not speak for God. You are a human being. You are perceptually limited. You are ignorant.
Oh, shut up.
Exactly, my point entirely. You see, she does not speak for anyone but her own wizard, cubic, grey cunt.
Do you think he could have a speaker's corner in his country? It's only.
I'm from this country, you stupid man.
No, you're not.
I was born here.
Of course you were born
I
here.
have an Irish passport and I was born in South London.
You're a poisonous
And I
pest.
don't have to justify myself to you, you stupid woman.
Whether you do or you don't, I'll judge you. Excuse me. I don't care
Of
what you
course,
think
that's
of me.
all you do is judge other people.
Your boyfriend's come.
Your friends
When it
there.
comes to the Irish, I have every
Was
reason
that
to
right?
judge.
Was that
Because
right?
you're killers.
Is that your boyfriend? Just
And
right.
you're
Boyfriend.
poison. And you're here.
Stick it up your asshole, stick it up your vagina.
Council, sorry, incredibly predictable.
She's already
Poisonous, murderous killers.
Children are here.
Okay, fair point, fair point, fair point. I apologise.
Respect children, that's
I
it.
apologise. Please forgive me.
Respect your mother.
I respect my mother.
So where were we?
Yes, over to you.
You forgot where we were.
Hello. This afternoon we're in Speaker's Corner, and this lady speaks for God.
And this is an Irishman who should be in Ireland, not minding his own business.
Well, that was a really interesting point, God. Can you tell us more about that?
Very interesting point. You need to know that 21st century or not, races do not change. And England's greatest enemy are the Irish.
Now we're getting to the point now. The biggest mass murderers in human
Anybody who
history,
comes to
the
Speaker's
English,
Corner
okay,
knows full
who
well
went
I
across the
am
world.
against the Irish.
My greatest enemies are beautiful girls.
No, I think they're ugly old women.
She's beautiful.
But she's not a girl.
It doesn't matter.
I wouldn't give her one.
She's not a girl.
No,
she's
don't be so nasty, man.
She's
can't
been
help
nasty
it.
to me.
He's Irish, you can't help it.
No, I was born in London, you silly bear.
The Irish are wanderers.
Yeah,
It never stops you being Irish.
Okay,
Come
so
on,
God,
that new one.
God's obsessed with the
You see,
Irish.
right
Front lane now.
has
Come on, another one, come on.
No,
There's our question. Let him take over now,
Here we
please.
go, here we go.
There we go.
Here.
too many. I don't make judgments lightly.
Come on.
And who are you? That should tell you. No. I have no reason to. I'm not wasting my time justifying myself to you. This is my homeland, not his.
It's my homeland as well, just asking you a question.
Then show some respect and let me carry on.
Well, I'm asking you a question on what basis.
And
And
I
I've already
believe
said
you,
I'm not talking
and I
about
believe
my-
you
my
that it is your
justifications
homeland
to you.
because
So
you
you
got brown eyes.
So you don't have a justification.
I don't think you're English.
You're a
are you?
racist.
No.
You're a
You
racist.
find English.
You're a
don't
racist,
have
vile
to.
racist
Hey,
woman.
hey, hey. Anybody round here? Listen to
Vile
my accent.
racist.
Hang on. Anybody round here? Listen
You
to my
are
accent. Just think I'm
Irish
not
and not
English.
racist.
No,
Vile
we're from
racist.
North.
The Irish are
Northwest,
not
yeah,
racist.
yeah.
You're
No, we're
vile
They're a group of
racist.
people
Yeah,
who
no,
Tell her,
are
from Cheshire, tell her.
and they're wonderful.
Do you think I'm not English with accent?
Hey, when does that date from?
You've been wandering for a long time.
When does that date from historically,
I'm
woman?
not that interested.
Because you're not that interesting.
Well, you could fool me. You're doing a
So how
whole
do
lot
you
to
find-
You're doing a whole lot to try and shut me up, aren't you?
How do you find
Me
English?
thinks I've rattled your little cage.
How do you find English?
But of course you shouldn't be in a cage.
How do you
But that's
find
usually where the Irish are.
How do you find English?
I'm not here for a conversation about the English. I'm too busy being English. Right?
Too busy being
Get
English.
back
Wow,
into the
that sounds
crowd
like
and
hard
let me continue. This is Speaker's Corner.
What do you do to make you
Go
proud?
and get
To
a
make
crowd.
your country
You can have my crowd
proud?
if you want. But don't waste your time talking to me. Because
me,
you're acting
young
like the Celt I know you are.
So you're English.
Well, I wouldn't be standing here if I wasn't. That's how it works.
Well, I
How
went
can I
to
tell
my little
anybody
girl
else to
then.
go
She
back to
noticed
their
that. I
own
asked her a
country if I'm
direct
not standing
question
on my
and she
own?
bobbed her head
You
like she was
practice
being
what you
told off like a
preach.
child.
That's
because
where it
this
starts.
person essentially hasn't grown up. They're an adult child. Okay, they're a child in an adult's body.
You wish.
What you're looking at here is a personality
No, you
disorder.
don't English, but
Okay?
sorry.
Probably
You don't
a
know the
histrionic
English and don't
personality
know it.
disorder.
Very dangerous.
A histrionic personality disorder. You get many women who are like this. They like conflict around them.
Can you tell me what the Queen
They like to be the eye of the storm.
No,
So you know what?
She's
That's
joking.
her, not me.
She's joking.
See, there you go. You don't believe in the Queen. Yeah,
That's her, not me.
there you go.
Let's follow Jesus. Yeah. Let's come on, follow Jesus. Come on.
Well, look at Mr. Cohen.
There she goes, look.
That was it.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you're right there, woman. Oh, fucking hell.
Jesus is
Come
Irish.
on, come and have a Guinness. I slap you on the arse.
You can't shame them. Listen to it.
Oh, Jesus, there's no
The
shame.
enemy of everything
Oh,
decent.
Jesus, terrible,
And they
terrible
actually
pagan.
revel in it.
Terrible Catholic, disgusting. It's awful, 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 awful. Where were we?
Nowhere.
And you were speaking for God, were you? Can you tell us what
Where
God
is he?
thinks now?
Get that newspaper out my face.
Oh, God is so threatened by my newspaper. Oh, scary paper. Oh, my word. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
You really are backward, aren't you?
Oh, sorry, sir.
Did you know?
No, I didn't. I didn't. I
The
didn't. Tell me
Catholics
about
in
it.
this country,
Please, hurry
up to the
Quickly,
60s,
quickly. It's really
were
interesting.
Please do
educated by
not
the Roman Catholic
continue
system.
staying here if you're
But
pregnant.
they came out of school so ignorant because they couldn't read or write. They could only say their Hail Marys and Our Fathers that they asked the British education system to take over the schools. Because that's what the Catholic Church is interested in. Having their slaves. And the Irish, do you know why the British went into Ireland?
Guinness.
To keep the Catholics from turning this country back into a Catholic country.
Oh, yes, terrible. Shocking. Really shocking.
They're not the victims they claim to be.
I
They
thought
are
the
poison.
Irish brought
They are
Christianity
the
to
enemy.
Greece, didn't they?
No, I believe St. Patrick wasn't an Irishman. He obviously went to the heathen Irish to convert them.
No, it was the other way around, you silly mare. It was.
Oh, no.
This predates St. Patrick. St. Patrick was from Wales. That's correct.
I heard he was from Northumbria.
The Celts actually brought Christianity to the British. That is an historical fact.
It's a shame you didn't keep it.
Go and learn some history, woman.
Well, you certainly didn't keep it because the last thing the Irish
because
are
the English
Christian.
Who would you prefer? The one on your right hand side or the one on your left hand side?
Who are you going to marry? Who are you going to marry? Shut her up.
No, you see, he's just
Am I
proving
not-
my point.
Am I not better one?
He's being very obliging. He's proving his poison.
Yeah.
He's proving what the Irish are like.
Oh, my arm's getting really sore. Oh, jeez.
Am I not
My,
better?
what a shame.
Am I not better one?
Anyway, you were saying.
Yeah, good.
I can stand here quietly just as easy.
Oh, good then.
I
I'll
defy
talk.
an Irishman to shut his mouth indefinitely.
Okay, you're going to stand there quietly, so shut up then. Anyway, the English invaded, I think it was 1142, okay?
No, it was 1143.
1143, thank you. The English invaded Ireland. It's the first colony.
Oh, what a shame.
I thought you were going to shut up, fat face.
You're on my turn.
Okay, go on
I'm the
then.
speaker.
Go on then.
I'm not interested in the history lesson.
Okay, well, shut up then.
No, without
Anyway,
history.
where was I? Where was I?
Further.
1143, the British invaded.
Oh, poor thing.
Okay, carry
Can you
on.
get a dose of your own
Carry-
treatment?
carry-
that's all.
Not the British
Can't give it-
invaded.
Carry on, carry on.
No, I'm not going
Carry
to.
on.
I'm not going to.
Hurry up.
No.
Okay, then shut up then.
I won't.
Okay, go on then.
No, I'll talk on my terms and when I choose to.
Okay.
Just
You
as
ca-
ever
you carry
you've
on
done
now.
since you got here.
Okay.
But don't stop bleating about the English when you live in England.
Okay. No,
That's
I
again the poison Irish for you.
Okay.
Anybody with a greater sense, if the English were that bad, would keep away. But the stupid Irish come and live here and then bleat
Yes,
about it.
I know how lonely life can
but-
be. The
I
shadows
have
follow
to
me
defend you
in the
because
night.
Irish work very hard in this country to build up.
Absolutely.
They're all they're good for is concreting
And
over
the
England.
night
All
was
these
All
roads
they're
were
good
built
for,
by
concreting over Mother
Yet I
Earth. That's all the Irish
know
ever
the
do.
evil
Oh, that's a bit of Greenland. Let's get some concrete out.
Anyway,
And they actually boast about
Steal a
it.
ladder.
Contributed to build up this
Do
country.
you want to learn about the English? Come on, I'll talk about that over there if you want. Or you can listen to her, I don't mind. I've got other things to do. If you want me to talk,
The best
I'll
way
talk.
to get
But I'm
rid
not
of
going to get
him
on the
is to
ladder.
accept
I want to
me.
be on the level with you people. She can't be on the level, so she puts us up. So let's go over there.
Come on, mate. Sorry, when you come, mate.
That's not very fair.
Fine, half a course.
Are you still here?
Yeah, let's go, guys. Come on. Now, look.
This is a normal Sunday.
They're all going there. Where are you going?
We're taking to England.
Long live England.
You see, every time you say the English the way you do, you can't complain when the English come back at you.
Oh, yeah, easy.
Forgiveness.
Kiss her feet.
Oh, jeez. Now she might kick me. She's already punched me.
This is very symbolic. The Irish can't do without the English.
That's right,
He's
true.
proven that point.
Which is actually the reverse.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What a nice.
It's like the black man. How the white man wants the black man now. Like if you look at the latest poster with Hussein Bolt, okay, it's Richard Branson's taking over now. You see the evolution of those posters. At first it was Hussein Bolt in a position of power like this, and now the latest poster is Richard Branson in a position of power, and Hussein Bolt's behind him. Now you see the white man always wants the black man's power. He always does, and he takes it and he buys it and he puts it on stage with Sex Machine.
Like the Irish do with the English.
And the same thing was with the Irish, okay? The English are essentially a bunch of insecure, weak fuck-ups because they don't have a culture. They have a class system. Okay, that's why
And the
multiculturalism.
Irish Celts hate that.
That's why multiculturalism really
They're
works.
the biggest bootlickers of all.
That's why multiculturalism really works in this country. Okay,
Well,
because
the Irish are multicultural.
we have
There's no such race as the Irish.
we have several different cultures.
They're not a we. They're just individuals who've turned up and formed part of a culture.
What does that
And
mean?
they spread the confusion wherever they go.
What does that mean?
And they bleat about Irishness, but one thing they don't like to do is live in Ireland. Why? Because they don't belong there.
No, because-
They've never belonged there.
Because they're oppressed by the British.
And that's why they have to keep bleating
It's like my
about what
father
the
came to
English
this
have
country
did,
in
because it makes them
1956
feel as if
because there was
Ireland
no
belongs
work
to them.
in his country. He felt he was betrayed by his own country. He wanted to stay in his own country. He loved
Well,
his
this is all
country.
very nice, but if people
Okay,
want to
shut
know,
up!
If England people want to know Irish's history, they would go to Ireland. Simple as that.
I was speaking. Thank you. My father came here in 1956.
Pig ignorant Irish.
You're losing it now.
Pig ignorant
He
Irish.
felt his country betrayed him
Oh, didn't.
because
Always playing the victim.
because of-
Always the nasty English have done that to them. They've never done a thing for themselves. It was the Roman Catholic Church. Now it's Brussels. It was the British Empire. When are the real Irish going to stand up for themselves and stop living off everybody else and then blaming them while they do it?
when the English shut
They're
up.
in America, they're in Australia, they're everywhere, bleaching off somebody else and then bitching about it. Grow up, will you?
She's talking about herself essentially.
But they can't grow up because they don't know how to listen. A first sign of maturity, learn how to listen.
Are you hearing this? Can you hear what she's saying about herself? It's just a projection. She's using the Irish as a mirror.
Oh, we've
for
got a bit of
herself.
education going on
For
here.
her own-
a bit of
her
applied
own
psychology.
inner pain, her own inner
Doesn't
racket.
work.
Whatever that's based on. whether
Doesn't
she couldn't
work.
Get laid,
It's not
whether
about
she
the
was
brain
unhappy,
cells,
whether
it's about the
she probably
character
didn't
of
have
the person.
children.
It's about the character of the person. Nothing to do with education.
So tell us about your character.
I tell you nothing. And I'm showing my character as I stand here. Unashamedly. I am showing my character as I stand here. That's what character's about. Showing who you are. Responding to situations.
You are a
But you
character.
are not my judges.
Yes.
You can stay or you can go.
Yes.
But do not make me accountable to you.
Yes.
You are the highest help. He killed many other people too. And he killed many other people too. And the Jews have never done so well out of it. Where would the Jews have been without Hitler?
Does that make it acceptable? His persecution against Jewish race, does that massacre make it acceptable?
Just because I've given... Shut up and let me answer.
I love it.
Shut up and let me answer. Shut up and listen to me because I need my nappy changing because Mummy didn't love me or Daddy
Get
didn't
out
love
of
me.
the way while I look at
or
this
I wasn't
man.
able to have children or nobody actually fancied me because I was so full of anger and horrible that a man wouldn't even look at me twice. Because you can't settle down to conceive, woman.
That's probably true.
If you can justify
You shut up.
That's not true. I can take her for salsa dance tonight.
I'm not justifying
I can
anything.
take her if you want to.
I see that you can.
He persecuted many other, including the Germans. He was a dictator. I don't condone it, but I do understand it. I don't have a lynch mob mentality like you. I'm not persecuting the Irish, I'm giving the English side of it. Since you are neither one thing or another, what do you know about taking sides?
You have done to.
Well, don't complain about it if you're in England. Go and live in Ireland, you won't have to put up with it.
contribute to this country since I was
Well, go
very
and
small.
contribute to Ireland, that's what you're meant to
My
do.
taxes have promoted this country and supported this country. I fought for
Nobody
this
asked you to, so don't expect
country.
thanks.
I'm patriotic to the England.
Exactly, you chose it.
Well, he's done more.
End of story.
He's done more.
You don't get my gratitude for what you've chosen to do.
I supported it against people like you persecuting the Irish and everyone else. Exactly. as you
You're
did
the
with Germans and
killers,
everyone
not
else.
the English.
I support
You
this country.
Irish are the killers, not the English.
He's done
this
more
is
for
such-
this country than you have.
This is psychosis. This is pure
All you do in this
psychosis.
country is
It's
cause
pure
trouble,
psychosis.
and you're just showing
the
it
English
now.
are the biggest mass murderers in human
I
history.
fought for the Queen and country.
They've been killing people for 1,000 years.
So what?
They invaded the Irish in
When did England
1143.
last have to fight an enemy, a real enemy?
The English fight.
Shall I tell you? When shall I tell you?
The English send the poor off to fight. They don't fight their own
When the
wars.
Spanish Armada, every war since then has been poky-nosed Britain, including the Scots, the Welsh and the Irish, going where they weren't meant to be, and mugs like you doing the job for them. So don't you ask me to admire you.
First World War and the Second War hadn't happened.
she wants
wouldn't
to
have had
be
the money.
We didn't have to be in either war. Again, British government wouldn't make... Mind your own Irish business because you're the troublemakers. Don't talk for the English. You're a foreigner in England just the same as anybody else
You're a
is.
bigot and you're persecuted.
And you're the enemy.
My
And
friend,
you'll always be the enemy.
if you continue
Learn to live
talking
with
to
us.
her,
Really?
you might become gay.
Yeah, or you kill yourself.
And who are you that you can speak to the English instead? You're anybody's.
I'm so unhappy. Oh God, I can't have this, I can't have that. I want this, I want that.
I'm your enemy, definitely, because you're a traitor to your own people.
Terrible.
You live on everything your own ancestors have fought for you, and then you give it away to anybody else. Your generation's all
No,
about.
she's God. She speaks for God. Sorry. She speaks for God. She knows everything. She is omnipotent. She is all-knowing, all-seeing, wonderful.
Where your place on earth is for you to stand.
No, I'm having fun. You changed your mind. Like a woman. No, you had your chance. Terrible.
You put a door on it.
I'm having fun now.
People from coming into it.
That's what the Nazis said. That's what the Nazis said.
And the whole German nation followed them. Why? Because they understood it. Mongrels can never understand the Germans.
Nazi ideology. That's what you're doing.
You know what the word German means? You know what the word German means?
No, tell us.
It means the true people. They're not mongrels. They're called children of the one Father.
Vater,
One
Vater.
father was
It's Vaterland.
Well, the name
Vaterland.
doesn't change the real state of affairs if you don't know.
The real state of affairs is that Stalin and Lenin killed many more people in Russia with communism, are still doing, but nobody says that anymore. Why? Because you're
Everybody.
servants of communism.
No, we are not.
You
Exactly,
spread
she's
the
insane.
chaos, you expect
she's too on the
state rule, you serve state rule.
think it's
The
the
only
more attention
difference
you
is
give
you
to
haven't
it,
got the
the more
guts to
energy
fight
you
for
get.
it, you just do it
So
the
you
cheap
shouldn't
and
really watch
cowardly
it.
way.
You should-
Going
Anyway,
into people's
anyway.
nations and then calling
Is
them
anyone-
racist.
is anyone bored
And
of
you
this
dare to
woman?
remind
go on
you
over
that-
Hands up, who's bored? Can we take a vote?
No, she's interested in the subject.
So there's only two of us. Everyone else is interested.
No.
She says interesting things.
I am not here to win arguments. I'm not insecure. I'm here to speak truth.
You're nearly broken. No,
That's
you're
your
gonna give
opinion,
up.
you're
If you
fine.
don't want truth, if you want something to butter you up, then don't let me keep you.
I can feel you're gonna.
And you can go to your lies and you'll face the consequences of them.
I feel you're
Yeah,
gonna
you tell
give
her.
up.
She's so angry.
Another 10 minutes
If
if
she
you're
had
gonna
some
quit.
love in her
I
heart,
could feel that.
she wouldn't be so brittle.
What could you feel?
She got tears
Soften
in
a bit
tears in her
and
eyes.
maybe find some love and have a man.
This is a normal Sunday for me. Don't talk about what you know
She
nothing
lives in a
about.
every
tiny little
Sunday.
flat and
And I
eats
take
cat
this
food
every
for dinner. I don't know, I don't give a shit.
Unfortunately,
It's her
people are very
fucking life.
predictable. That's
It's not
why I
my
come here
problem.
and I use plenty of
It's her
strength.
problem. See,
Because
my
people
voice
are
is
not
going
in their
down,
right
so her
minds.
voice is going
But I'm challenging them to get their minds back before it's too late.
In order to do that, would you be happy
I
to
am
take
doing
questions?
what I am doing. I'm not accounting for it, I'm doing it.
Do you ask questions?
I've already demonstrated to you the choice I make on who I talk to and who I don't. And I've given you plenty of opportunity and you still don't get the message because you still keep asking me questions when I've said I'm not
What's your
going to talk to you.
message? What's your message?
Learn some manners and learn to listen
What
when somebody
is
says
your
no.
message? Tell us your message. We would like to hear it now. Thank you. A one, a two, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Irish are poison.
Bravo! Round of applause. Hooray! Hooray! That's quite simple. So,
You see, a real nation never forgets who its enemy is.
Who else is there?
Otherwise, they are totally vulnerable.
Who else is the poison?
Diana, if you want him to leave, you need to open the pub at 9 o'clock in the morning.
And you determine whether you're friends and enemies of England when you come here.
The pub
and I
is
can tell
closed.
you that most people are enemies of
shut
England.
your fucking hole, you stupid old
Most
bitch.
of you are enemies of England.
Jesus, I'm so fucking
Most-
poisonous. I'd like to give you a great big slap on the arse.
Of course you are, you're Irish.
I'd like to smash your back doors in the nose. Give you a good hard scene too.
He called you out.
Polish are not a race.
You got Polish.
Polish are Slavs.
You're a Slav.
It's an ethnic group.
Poland,
Jesus, what
It's a cultural.
You're from Krakow.
You're Krakow.
You wish, sorry.
Shava.
Good
Got evidence.
I'm sorry. You need to listen to what I'm
Pretend
saying.
in English, I could tell that.
You need to listen to
You
what
see,
I'm saying.
what woman likes to provoke male energy? Woman likes to provoke male energy.
Poland,
Okay, now shut up and listen. Shut up and listen. Woman likes to provoke male energy. That's why she dresses the way she does. That's why the Muslim woman dresses in the burqa. It's like, you can't see me, you
You
can't see
shouldn't
me.
trust your feelings.
This woman here is just provoking male energy by being racist. By being racist, because I've said to her that I'm half Irish, so she says that the Irish are poisonous. She doesn't know me. She doesn't know my
She
life.
just insult half of you.
Of course, but I don't care.
She left the other half alone.
She doesn't
I'm
know
sorry,
me.
but I judge the Irish on the evidence of history.
Okay, okay.
So apart
Get
from,
that out of my
apart from
head.
Irish,
she
who
would
else
get
is
I
there?
also judge the Irish on how they behave when they turn up here.
Tell us, who else is
They demonstrate very clearly that they're an enemy of free speech, that they've still got a chip on their shoulder about the English, and anybody is naive to believe that just because the government lets them come in, that they are now our friends.
Right, our Russians the poison.
The Russians are everybody's enemies because they're so insecure they're frightening.
It's insecurity again. These are a
The Russians
buzzword.
are like the
She's
Jews.
insecure.
They're very insecure. And
She
the
finds
best
other
way to
people
deal with their
poisonous.
insecurity
So
is to
she's
have
got the
power
poison
over
inside of
people,
her.
And
Very
they do
easy.
that with money.
But while you
and politics.
continue to give her your time and attention,
Listen, I'm
you
not
are
going
feeding
around
the
the world.
demon that
Contrary
lives
to
in
how much
her.
time you've got to waste, I don't.
I'm having fun.
Listen, you sort out Kazakhstan. You're just here to be educated.
It's your
nothing
fault.
else.
It's your fault. She knows all the answers. Listen to her.
Just because you come into this country.
Sort
to be
out
educated,
Kazakhstan for fuck's sake!
don't
Will you listen to this woman? She's talking sense! God's sake! She's talking the truth! The Irish are poisonous. I know this. I'm half Irish, and you should be sorting out Kazakhstan, not standing here in your green coat.
Okay, so that makes sense to me.
Brown coat.
Brown coat.
That makes sense to
It
me.
looks green to me, thank you.
Shows how close
You're
you are to
colourblind.
Listen to this woman. She's talking sense.
You are serving chaos and you're doomed.
Absolutely.
You are doomed. You are wiping out your own races and mocking while you do it.
Innit.
You're showing your blatant
She is
cowardice
well butters, innit?
as you leave your own people
Would you
behind
give her
to
one?
look
I
for
wouldn't,
a
'cause she's
better
well
life
butters.
That is actually going to be your destruction. If you want to laugh, then that's entirely up to you. But you won't laugh when judgment comes.
No
I
judgment.
can take your mockery because you're on the losing side.
No, you can't. You're gonna quit.
No, she's already
I
hit
am
me
where I'm
once.
meant to
gonna hit
be.
you again.
Do it when I'm
It's
meant
okay,
to do.
it's okay.
Stand up for who I am and where I belong and everything this country represents against the enemy within.
Hey, I warned you. I warned you, man. I warned you.
I am standing on my feet. They're not stupid. They're
Diana.
Irish and intelligent don't go together.
He's gonna slap him. Watch.
You're gonna
so
quit.
predictable.
You're gonna give up now. I can feel it.
So predictable. Boringly predictable.
She's gonna give up. She come here from 10 to 5, man.
No, she's gonna give up.
You watch. You're gonna give up.
You're
Very obliging, you know. You're just
Diana.
showing yourself up for what I say you are. Keep going.
It's love. Give him a kiss.
Nah, it's haram, man.
Carry on, I'm bored, I want to listen to you.
Find your own amusement. Do something for yourself.
Yeah, go to London Zoo.
Get out of the world alone. Prove you can stand on your own 2 feet.
Diana, did you take your pill this morning? You take your
Don't give
medicine?
me that rubbish. Yes. You're the ones who act like the walking wounded. You Irish can't put the history behind you.
Man, leave her alone,
Get out of
man.
my face. You're invading my space. Now
Yes.
move back.
She's gonna call the police, man.
No, I won't do that. I'm appealing
You
to
should.
whatever
You should.
decency's got
You
inside
should.
of him.
It's your right.
Because I know they're in there somewhere. But while you behave the way you do, I'll deal with you accordingly. You can try all of your games. I'm not really interested. Like I said, you're showing yourself up, not me. I have a perfect right to stand here. I've been coming here for years talking that way. You are certainly not going to come along and think you're going to stop me. And contrary to what you might think, people do like to listen. So if you respect yourself enough, then you learn to behave.
Yeah, leave her alone, man. There we go. Yeah, leave her alone.
Everybody,
Yes.
every race, every nation can be better than what it chooses to be. The challenge in life is to move onward and upward. We are going through this world into what is meant to be a better place.
That's better.
But only if we are meant to
racist
be,
anyway. She's
if
not
we are
focusing on
willing to
one.
make our lives better, more moral, more truthful, more dignified while we are here. It's not about heaven and hell, it's about what you are creating as your own afterlife. And if you are creating a better place, you'll go to a better place. But the world has got to testify
Can you give him
that
a
that's
fish,
what you
please?
want to do. When you choose to go downhill and drag others with you, then you will go downhill when you leave this world. You will get what you've chosen.
Yes.
That's true, isn't it?
But we don't believe her.
Everything counts. There is no such thing as a little person.
Good.
We are all here because we have a purpose on this earth.
True.
A purpose to carry light, truth, justice and order.
What's your purpose?
And not
Whether
hit-
we
and
are
not hit
rich
each
or
other.
poor,
Not hit each other.
whether
Not hit people. Is that okay? No violence. Is that reasonable?
when you choose to be
no
evil,
violence.
you
No-
take the consequences upon you.
No violence.
I may bring to your attention that there is nobody more violent than the Creator.
Universe
look at
has no compassion.
The tides of the
Universe,
ocean,
infinite compassion, but no mercy.
tsunamis, fires, floods, hurricanes, earthquakes. You desperately want a nice, gentle God,
Yes, but you
so
are-
that you don't have to face the consequences of your own
you
violent
are
ways.
not the creator.
But you are not going to get it.
You
Open your eyes.
You are not the creator. 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 and you do not speak for it.
No, you need
Have you
pills,
finished?
man. You need medicine.
Nothing worse than artificial indignation.
No, he need medicine. See, we have to blame Cameron again. He's carrying all this shit again. So he needs to open hospitals, more hospitals.
No matter what side newspapers may be on, every day they are trying to give you something that you can look at the world and see. And that is evidence, whether you like it or not, of the nature of the Creator. You all want a nice Santa Claus who would be there to give you a cuddle and bail you out when you do things that you know you shouldn't do. But the Creator is not like that. The Creator rules good and evil, order and chaos, truth and lies.
Which one are you?
And He deals with each according to the purposes that He has for His creation. And man can either work with Him by understanding that, or work against Him and face the consequences of doing so. That is the human condition. And it is Easter Sunday, not because God took on human form and walked this earth, but because at some time in history, a man whom has been called Jesus came into this world as a human being with the understanding that He was God's highest creation in mankind, and that the spark of life in Him was divine, even though He was human too. So He walked this earth in the knowledge that the divine part of Him could be guided, so that as He went through this life, He could live His humanity to the fullest capacity. And what happened to Him according to the stories? He was put on a cross and murdered because He wouldn't serve worldly powers, including ordinary men and women who, when it came down to Him, preferred to set free a common robber and see this perfect human being nailed to a cross. That is the story that we are meant to make something out of.
He was a Palestinian.
Nobody has died for our sin because we are held responsible because we have been given free will. You know when you're telling lies. You know when you're being unkind. You certainly know when other people are. I can testify to that. You're always telling me what I am. Are you so diligent about yourself? And through it all, will you take responsibility? As I've made very clear to you that I do. I'm not an example, I'm just another human being, just as Jesus was. The difference is that there is no reason
Are you saying you're a
why
messenger?
we should forget that we are
Are you a
creatures
messenger?
of light.
Are you God's messenger?
And walk till we are all Almighty God's messengers.
Oh.
We exist because we are created by the Creator.
How about secretary?
If you want to be funny, go and be funny somewhere else.
I'm
It's
just
your own,
asking.
it's your own spirit you're harming.
I'm just
No,
asking.
you're not. You're being a clown, as usual. The tedious people who will turn anything into a joke because they can't handle the seriousness and responsibility of life.
Well, last week
is
you were
really
against
pathetic.
Christianity, and today you're talking about
Last
Jesus.
week I wasn't here.
Oh, the week before then.
I was here for 2 hours the week before, and you certainly weren't here. Because I am bringing to mind, therefore, that your memory is failing.
But you're always
okay?
attacking Christianity, now you're preaching for Jesus.
And I've already said, Christianity believes that Jesus is the Son of God. I do not.
Okay. Oh. Clear enough.
The challenge of everything, as far as truth is concerned, is you find your own truth. How many of you dismiss religion, but you've never looked into it? You pay judge and jury over something you know nothing about.
That is true.
And that brings you to the judgment, because you won't make any judgments unless you first investigate. And if you do investigate, then you will find that your own truth is then being stirred up. And you have a right to that under the Almighty's gift.
So
That is why religion cannot win, because religion is dogma forced on people and turns them so that they have to turn away from their own free will in order to submit to a dogma. It can never bring peace.
Diana, is God English?
The Creator is sovereign. The Creator is English in England. He's African in Africa.
So none of you
And
gonna
so
go
we
to
know.
heaven for sure.
Because he is the creator of every race. He's created in love, dignity, and order. If you are a God of chaos, then you will be destroyed.
Yeah,
by
but
the
he
God of
created the
chaos.
Irish, he
If
created
you-
everyone.
The Irish are not a race.
Oh!
Race is biological.
No, you prove to me that God is English because you don't like the Irish. Yes, yes.
Race is biological. You can wave your passports, your visas, and call yourself what you like. But when you look in the mirror, you are challenged to recognize there's a place on earth that is where you belong.
Yeah, but you
Even if
are
your
a
parentage-
mixer of Dutch
even if
and
your
Germans.
heritage is mixed. Within
Diana,
that
what do you
identity,
mean you're pure
there
race?
is
You're a
enough
mixer.
within you to be able to see,
Dutch
for you
and
to
German,
see
not only
where
German,
your
we're mixed.
responsibility lies. The Creator created a world of order.
But you're a mixed race
He
too,
will never
Diana.
let chaos take over.
You're a mixed
Be
race.
warned. There is no safety in numbers. You are either seekers after truth or followers of lies. There is no middle road. There is never a middle road.
But you're not a pure race, you're a mixed race too.
The trouble with people now, they can't comprehend purity
Yeah,
in
what's-
their minds,
what's
in
purity?
their
What's
lives,
purity
anything. The whole point of the matter is that is because you're so far away from a God who is pure. And his purity is not going to be sullied because mankind is not comfortable with purity. I am here mainly to challenge you to seek purity in your lives in every way, in order that you will find mercy from your Maker.
But why are you bringing race
Because he
equation to
will
it?